What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Glam Talk TV, number one beauty podcast in the world. I'm your host, Akira, and today we have special guest, Rachel, or should we say Nails by Raybaby.
You can say Ray
Yes,
Baby.
Nails by Raybaby. How are you today?
I'm doing great today. I thank you guys so much for having me.
I'm so happy to have you on. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and jump all into the tea. So, first question I would like to ask you, what made you become a nail tech? No pause. What do you do in the beauty industry, and then what made you become what you are in the industry now?
Well, I've been in the beauty industry since about 2012. Originally, I was a nail biter, so I started doing nails in order to stop biting my nails.
Oh
I used to
wow.
literally bite my nails to the white meat, to where they were
Oh
hurting and sore. So I ended up one day just polishing my nails, and I realized that when my nails were pretty, I didn't want to bite them.
no. Mhm.
So I started experimenting with different nail art, and my family realized it, and so they started going to get their nails done just to get their acrylics, and then they would come to me to get the custom art.
Wow. Like for one, nail biting, like me being a nail tech now is seeing like nail and coming encounter with nail biters. Oh my god, it's like I understand it because I used to like bite my hangnails off, but oh, I feel for nail biters because it's something that you can't even help at times. Like it's just almost like an itch you have to scratch, and I be feeling for them, and I be having so much trouble with my nail biter clients. I'm like, please stop biting your nails.
Yes, every time I see someone biting their nails, I'm like, don't do that.
Yes, it's almost like a cringe. Like, oh my god, please don't do that. But that's actually kind of cool. It's a cool way to get into like the nail industry. So, with you getting into the nail industry, how was it for you in the beginning, like starting off?
When I first started off, it was fun. When I first started doing nails, I didn't really think about the industry. I just thought about the art. I enjoyed doing the art, so I did it on myself. That was pretty much all that I wanted to do. So I really sought out clients that wanted to express their fun side of their personality on their nails. And it was hard getting the followers together. And like I said at first, I only focused on the art. So the nails were cute, but they were popping off.
Yes. I always preach to nail techs. Your foundation is key. Because I go live on TikTok a lot and I'm doing a lot of nail art. And you have a lot of people that come ask questions like, oh, how do you do this and that? I'm like, listen, if you don't know how to do nails, the foundation, if your foundation isn't right, don't focus on the art. The art is always going to come second because if the
Yeah,
nails are popping off, it don't matter how pretty they look. If they can't stay on,
right.
then the people are going to be mad and they're not going to come back. So you just wasted all your time doing all them pretty designs, and the nails are not lasting. So y'all,
Yeah,
that's the lesson of the day. Make sure y'all foundation is on point. Y'all
yeah.
practice foundation. So, but your art is really dope. Like for the ones who
Thank
don't
you.
know, after this episode, definitely go check her out. Her art is absolutely amazing. I'm always looking on your page, and it's always so bright and colorful. So, with different lanes in the industry, like what made you go with the bright theme? Because I see a lot of your art is like really bright, colorful. Like, what made you do that?
Well, I don't know. It just became natural. When I was younger and I had crayons, I literally would put them in the rainbow order all the time. And when I was coming up, Lisa Frank was in. I
Oh
don't know if you guys are
yes.
familiar with Lisa Frank, but she basically added the rainbow to everything. And so I find myself doing that as well, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Halloween. It just makes it a little more fun and it's outside of the box to make things rainbow.
I love the rainbow. I'm definitely a Lisa Frank fan. I had a lot of Lisa Frank growing up, and I love colors. Like I've always been one of them wild color people, hair, nails, all of it. So I definitely get it, and it's fun. Like it definitely adds a different aspect to things, and it helps you step outside that box. So definitely can relate to that. So getting into the colorfuls, like how did you start garnering your clients? Started drawing people, attracting people that will want to get those things. Or how did you started building your clientele base?
Well, I started building my clientele base mostly through Instagram as well as word of mouth. So I did a lot of Instagram advertisement, a lot of hashtags, and I feel like there weren't a lot of nail techs like me around my area. So my clients would talk about my nails, and everywhere that they went, people would see them. So it took a little while, but my clientele base began to grow slowly but surely.
Oh yes. Like I feel like people, especially when you have something different and unique, that is always going to be the number one thing that attract people to you. But then it also make people like a little nervous because it's something different. Most people are just used to that one track thing. Like, oh, I go to the nail shop and I only get my little French and I get my little
Hmm.
glitter nail and that's it. So I'm not trying to
Yeah.
come over there and get 10 nails with different designs on them. I don't know what that's like until you introduce it to them. And now they fall in love. And then you find them coming back. They give you inspo now. They're like, oh, I want to try X, Y, and Z because they know
Uh
you're able
huh.
to achieve those looks. So I think that's actually kind of cool being like a unique individual that is in such a saturated world. So speaking of being unique, like what things have you done outside of just like nails itself? Where has nails taken you? Like have you been able to do like big events? I know you're in Georgia, correct? Atlanta.
Yes.
So I know Bronner's Brothers is really big. Like have you been able to do Bronner's Brothers? Like, where has the nails taken you so far?
Yeah, yes, I have been able to do Bronner Brothers. They had me as a platform artist one time, and I've also done classes with Bronner Brothers. Nails have helped unlock a lot of my creativity. I've been able to also bring my art off of nails, and I've experimented with shoes and painting
Ooh.
purses and furniture, all type of things. So the possibilities are endless when it comes to
Yes.
doing nails.
That sounds really dope, especially like shoes and furniture. I gotta see some of this stuff. You gotta show me
Hmm.
some of this. That's actually pretty dope. Like, but I know it had to be fun working with Bronner's Brothers. Like, Bronner's Brothers is huge, so I know. Like, what was that experience like? Let's
Yes.
dive into that a little bit. Like, what was that experience like? You being a platform artist. What exactly did you do?
That experience was pretty fun. I actually ended up having a booth, and so I got to meet a lot of my followers and gain some new followers. It was different because before when I had did Bronner Brothers, I worked with another nail artist, so it was very cool. It was an honor to have my own booth. And then teaching the classes, just being able to inspire other nail techs to unlock their creativity. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
That sounds really dope. Like I like that. I like the entire thing, and it definitely has to be a different feel versus like going with someone, and now you're stepping into your own thing and you're hosting classes. Like I bet you the feeling on that day, you had to have like a rush. Cause I know me, I would have had the jitters and some more stuff.
Yeah, it definitely was a rush, and I didn't realize all the setup and work that went into it and the preparation. But it was definitely rewarding.
That's good. So, with that being a thing that you have done in the industry, I know you said you was able to meet your clients, you was able to gain some more clients and followers. So, like, speaking of clients and followers, let's go into like the pros and the cons in the beauty industry. What are at least three pros for you dealing being a nail tech in the beauty industry?
Being some of the pros being in the nail industry are being able to express my style. That's fun because I know, like, in the corporate world, usually you have to be a little toned down. And I have tattoos. I like being colorful. So I like being able to express my style. Some other things that are pros are just being able to basically color all day. That's what I
Yes.
feel like I do. I get to color and have fun, and I get to make people feel beautiful. And that's one of the number one things that I feel is a pro in the industry.
I feel like that's dope. It's like being able to like let your inner kid express themselves and that never
Yeah.
dies. So that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, and that, I think that's what's carried on that passion over time, especially on them days where you feel a little burnt out. And you just got to remember,
Hmm.
like, oh, I get to do this and this is fun. Like, the thing I want to do as a kid, if I want to create a gigantic coloring book, I literally have people to be able to color on.
Yeah, they get to walk around with my coloring book on their
Yes,
fingers
literally. It's like
and pay
creating a walking
me.
coloring book. That's like walking billboard, and then you'd be like, "Oh, girl, who did your
Yeah.
nails?" Like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
did those. I did that." So now that
Yeah.
we got the pros out the way, let's get into the cons. What are some cons being a nail tech in the beauty industry?
Well, I like to stay positive, so I don't want to really think of it as a con, but there are some things that you have to keep in mind with. First of all, you have to stay on top of the trends. You definitely
Yes.
have to stay on top of those all the time because the industry is constantly evolving. So your skills have to evolve with that. You also have to invest in yourself. So a decent amount of money is involved.
Oh
You
yeah.
have to do continued education, workshops. You have to buy all the charms and magnetic gel polish and stuff. And
And that stuff is not
lastly,
cheap.
I would say just having to be on social media all the time
Yes.
because you have to stay on top of there, engaging with your clients as well as posting. And because if you don't, then you can end up shadow banned, and that is a word that us nail techs do not like.
We do not like that word, no. It kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
you want to
Social
stay in the
media is like
algorithm.
a love hate relationship for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely have a love hate relationship with social media. Like, if I could just have somebody else just post all of the work and I don't really know about social media, maybe get on there and scroll every now and then, I'll be okay with that. Because social media can be very
Yeah.
draining. Like, it's like you got to be on there, you got to engage, you got to answer questions. But it's
Right.
rewarding when the work actually starts to work for you and you don't, and
Yeah.
it becomes a little bit easier over time. But but it could be fun, but then it also could be a very irritating place to be at times. So so
Yeah.
far as I like the way that you kind of like flip the cons and you kind of still have a positive outlook on them. I think that is important. Even when you don't like something so much, you're able just to have like that positive outlook. Shed light on it. So speaking of like investing into yourself, I know you invest a lot of money and trust. I could definitely really invest a lot of money into products. But if you had to give somebody a tip that is an upcoming artist, what would be that tip when it comes down to like investing into themselves? Because a lot of people, they tend to ask, where to start. So like if you have to give somebody a tip, what would that tip be from you?
Well, in regards to products, I would say don't be afraid to try out everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be the most expensive thing. There are a lot of cost effective products as well. So you really just have to try things out, read the reviews, and try them for yourself because different products work for different people. So it doesn't have to necessarily be the name brand one that you're familiar with or that you see. Do your research, basically.
Oh
You have to
yes.
do your research.
Heavy on research. I'm a researcher. What? I research so much sometimes I think I know too much. So
Yes,
heavy
you're
on
dreaming about
research.
your research.
No, for real. I dream about research. Girl, I be in my sleep, in my dreams, like, oh, I gotta get up and think I gotta go research this because what was that thought? What was this thing that I saw in my sleep? Like it's so bad. I think I'm part AI. Like literally
Right.
part AI. It's crazy. But so far as like trying out different products, I think that is very important for a lot of different people. Like before I got to where I was at, I would literally just go and see stuff and be like, "Ooh, what's this?" and go try it. And I feel like that's really cool because it kind of gives you a gist of a good knowledge base around this thing, that thing. Even if you aren't going to use it, you still have that knowledge base because you was able to touch, you was able to feel it, you was able to know how it
Yes.
works. And if somebody does ask you a question about it, you're now able to educate the next person. That's why it's always good to research, y'all. Research everything y'all know.
Yeah.
Research. Even what you don't know, research it. So
Yes.
now ushering into the next portion, I want to ask you, I know you're pretty well established within the nail tech industry right now, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself diversifying. One of my main goals is to inspire the nail community. So I want to help them unlock their creativity and realize their artistic abilities inside of them that they didn't know that they had.
Oh, that's dope. So how do you plan on
Yeah.
doing that? Let's get a little deeper.
Well, I plan on offering some more classes and expanding them, basically making them accessible to people who aren't just enjoying. Let's just say that.
I think that's dope. I think that'd be dope. I could definitely see you doing that. And the way your
Hmm.
art is like, your art is really dope. I'm gonna keep saying that just because it's really dope. I love all the colors. I
Oh,
love the style. So I think people would definitely gravitate towards it and be willing to take those classes. I know entrepreneurship can be a hard journey, and it could be a very strenuous one on you where you have to support yourself through it. How was your support system, and who is your support system?
so my support system is mainly my family and my clients and my friends. Anyone whose nails I've touched, once they start coming consistently, then we open up to each other and we're able to inspire each other through the joy of art.
I think that's dope. So I know you said your another part of your support system is your family. And when you say family, do you mean like your mom and dad? Is it like your favorite cousin?
Well, it's my mom and my dad, but all my cousins, because everybody comes in town and they always want their nails done.
That's
So
really
we're able
good.
to tap off into each other.
Yes, that's really dope. I think that is really, really dope. I feel like, you know, you're more inclined to do something when you have the closest people next to you being able to cheer you on. And
Hmm.
it's really important for people to invest into your own people. Like, yes,
Yes.
strangers are going to be the thing that keep us paid because, you know, they gonna come, they gonna find us, they're gonna be intrigued by what we're doing. But I feel like if your family is close to you, if they keep you like they're your biggest cheerleaders, it really makes
Yeah.
you feel like, oh no, I'm really doing something right, and I want to continuously do this because I want to make them proud. You know, it's like a good mutual energy exchange there. So I like the fact that
Hmm.
your cousins come in town. Y'all keep coming in town and supporting my girl. And for all the
Yes,
cousins
they
that
just have
don't,
to make a
y'all need
real
to hop on
appointment
board.
and not hit me up last minute.
Yes, and I hit her up last minute and get her out the bed on her off day because we know how that go.
Right.
They be like, "Girl, you
Hmm.
come do me." No, I'm asleep in the bed, so you gotta respect my
Right.
time. Speaking of respecting time, how do you what is one of your biggest pet peeves? I know we all have them. I know I have a few for my clients. I love y'all, but I have a few. What is like your biggest pet peeve when dealing with clients?
Uh, Yeah, we definitely all have pet peeves. I have them
Yes.
as well. So one of them can be time because I'm pretty timely. My father was in the military, so if one of my clients' appointment is at 1 o'clock, I'm looking at 1 o'clock. Really at 12:50, I'm like, okay, are you near? So I've tried not to be that extra, but at 1 o'clock, I'm expecting them to be in the chair. So, and another pet peeve is last minute cancellation.
Yes.
I don't like last minute cancellations because I usually am ready and available for my clients. And I feel like if you're not going to come to your appointment, then you know way before your appointment.
Yes, you definitely
You'll wake
know.
up and say, I got all this stuff to do. It's looking a little slim, but I'm going to make it. So, really, both of my pet peeves have to do with time.
Yes, I girl, when it comes down to late cancellations, that bugs me. Please let me know ahead of time if you're going to cancel. I know I try my best to do that for everybody else. I feel like they should be able to get that same thing back. I can't stand for somebody, you don't text me until after your appointment time talking about I'm not showing up. Ma'am, I could have either been doing
Right.
somebody else or I could have been going home to get in my bed because we be needing breaks too.
Yes, those morning cancellations.
Oh, girl, hit different. They hit
Yeah, I charge all
different.
the fees for those morning cancellations.
Yes, because I feel like it's only fair, especially if you like have a early morning appointment that may be like, you know, beyond your normal business hours, and they begged you. That's the those be the worst when somebody begged you for that appointment and they do not
Yes.
show up for that appointment. It's like, what was your purpose? Because
Yeah, and during this
yes, during
season,
the
the holiday
season,
season, cancellations are a no-no. That'll get you
yes,
banned.
it's almost like a blackout period. It's
Yeah.
literally like a blackout period. Speaking of season, I know we all go through good seasons and bad seasons. Like, how have this, you know, Christmas season been for you, or just holiday season in general? I know a lot of people have been getting hit over the head, and it's been pretty slow. Or a lot of people have been seeing like, you know, an influx in business. But how has it been for you?
Well, when it comes to my business, I never like to use the word slow. So I'll just say that my appointments are filling up, not as fast as they normally do. So that's really how it was going. During Thanksgiving, it was really busy leading up to Thanksgiving. And then in like the last week leading up to Christmas, I felt like people were waiting for Christmas, closer to Christmas, to be able to make their appointments. So I've had a lot of last minute people who have hit me up recently. And so from yesterday up until New Year's Eve, I'm like slam packed.
Oh, that's
And that's a
dope.
blessing.
That's really dope
I'm
though
gonna be
because
tired, but it's a blessing.
yes, it's blessed for sure. But are you working on the holidays? Like, are you actually going to work on Christmas, or are you taking a day off?
No, no, but I am working on Christmas Eve up until about 4 p.m.
Okay, okay. I know some people they don't listen. They be like, listen, I ain't got nothing to do. It's not that spectacular. I'm gonna get this money.
No, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna be here on Christmas because I'm like, who would book on Christmas?
Girl, you'll be surprised. You will be
It's true.
surprised. Some people will,
It's
if you
true.
allow them to do it. Some people do it. Like you'll probably end up
I
with a
believe
full
in
house.
that.
Especially like if you're doing like early, super early morning appointments, like before they get their Christmas dinner started. There's some people probably pop up like, girl, I need my nails done because I gotta go to such and such house later on, and I wasn't able to get no appointment before this. Like you might end up with some
Yeah,
clients for sure.
it's true because since my books were filling up, I had began adding 6 a.m. appointments, and people really been booking those 6 a.m. appointments. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to hold myself to this 6 a.m. appointment, and you better show up.
No, for sure. And I'm gonna have to have some
Yeah,
extra coffee, a Red Bull in the morning or something. Cause 6 a.m. child.
all of that, the chocolate, all of that.
Yes, literally all of it. Cause 6 a.m. is a drag out the bed. So speaking of your holidays, and this is really good news to hear that you have like a jam-packed schedule during this season. That's really good. Sending more blessings to your business that
Thank you.
even after the New Year's that it stays jam-packed, because that's what we like. We like I don't like to say booked and busy. I like to say, booked and productive, because that's what we're doing. We're
Yes.
producing, and we're making more moves and producing more things. And as time go by, it gets bigger and better. So
Yes.
sending blessings over to your business for sure.
Thank you.
We want to let the people know though, because you are jam packed. We want to send more clients your way though. So what is your social media information, and how could they reach you to book an appointment?
They can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram is Nails by Raybaby, and on TikTok it is They Love Raybaby. And I'm also getting my YouTube together, and that is Nails by Raybaby as well.
Oh yeah,
And
we
if you
definitely
go onto
tuning
my
in.
Instagram, you can see at the top I have my booking link. You can see all of my prices and all the information, as well as my email address and my phone number. So if you have any inquiries, you can slide in my DM as well.
Well, y'all heard my girl. She said, make sure y'all slide in them DMs, text, call, however you gonna do it. Reach out to her, get y'all nails done. She is really, really
Yes.
dope. Y'all make sure y'all definitely go follow her and check out her YouTube channel when it does drop, because I feel like the content is gonna be on fire. I can't wait to watch. I'm
Thank you.
definitely tuning in. So make sure you send it to me
Thank
first.
you.
I'm definitely tuning in. But I'm so happy to have you on this show today for this episode. I cannot wait until the world gets to meet you and know your story, and then hopefully we bring you back so we can get into some more things about the nail industry as a whole. And until next time, y'all, tune in. Till next time,
All right.
bye.
Thank you.